My mom had a boyfriend who would molest me and then in turn shoot me up with heroin so he could market me to his friends.
There have been nearly 150 cases related to human trafficking in the state of Mississippi since 2007. That's according to a report by the National Human Trafficking Resource Center. The data shows more than 30 human trafficking cases were reported back in 2015. The hotline also received at least 86 calls from victims and survivors.
I had a black eye or a bruise or something, put some makeup on it, it's not going to stop me from working.
Under U.S. federal law, human trafficking victims in the United States include 3 specific groups: minors forced into commercial sex, adults forced into commercial sex, children and adults forced to perform labor and or services involuntarily. Michael Flood is the Public Information Officer at the Mississippi Department of Transportation. In a phone interview with WXVT, he says all MDOT enforcement officers are trained on how to identify and police human trafficking at way stations and on state highways.
Many of these victims, they're not in one place long enough to form social connections, and they're often transported throughout the country in commercial motor vehicles, which, leads directly to our enforcement officers. That is primarily what our enforcement officers are there for. They're there to monitor these commercial motor vehicles.
MDOT has also teamed up with the Department of Homeland Security, the Mississippi Trucking Association, Truckers Against Trafficking, and several other agencies to help end human trafficking.
It's a grassroots movement. It's people who are standing up and saying, we can do something about this.
A number of human trafficking crimes take place at truck stops, hotels, motels, and strip clubs. According to the FBI, a sex trafficking victim survives just 7 years on the streets.
Governor Phil Bryant created a human trafficking task force back in 2014. The governor says human trafficking is a serious crime that's often forgotten, even though we know what's happening right here in Mississippi. In the studio, I'm Kandace Redd, WXVT News.